What's up, guys? It's Pistol here. Just got another video here. So today's video we're gonna do story time on first time I went to jail inside of jail. So the whole upstate. So I'm at a DOC facility for no longer than, I think it was 16 days or something I was there, and kind of got cool with some of the people on the block, and some people on the block had knew me from a different DOC facility. I did 5 years straight in the DOC, Department of Corrections, Pennsylvania, for unlawful possession of firearms, receiving stolen property, shit like that. No kid shit, nothing stupid or nothing like that. You can look my name up. So there's some people there that I know from a different DOC facility. They tell me, yo, we got a line on some K2. I ain't never heard of that shit before. So I was like, what the fuck's K2? And they said it's synthetic marijuana. It's just like blowing trees. I was like, yeah, run it for sure. And they said, okay, it's $12 for a joint that's like a pinner, or like the shit that you would brush off of your lap when you get out of the car from rolling a joint. Like, that's the shit that they sell for fucking 4 kites. And in the state I'm in, 4 kites is roughly $12, or was before I got out. So it's $12 for the tiniest joint, pinner, or it's $50 for a chapstick cap. And that's how you weigh your grams out in prison. Prison grams are chapstick caps. Not always the case. Like, you got some official people in there to give you like real grams and shit, but prison grams are leveled out to the top of the chapstick cap, or 2. It's one of the 2. I forget. But so I say, yeah, run it. I'll take the whole gram. So he's like, all right, bet. Bring the bread to yard. Taking $50 out, it's not as difficult as it sounds, but it kind of is. You got to walk through a metal detector, and then there's 8 COs, 8 cops facing each other, 4 and 4 facing each other, and you walk through the center and branch off to each cop until all 4 cops are filled up, and then sometimes you can sneak through. It just so happened me and a few people I gave some money to snuck through there, no problem. Went to the weight pit, had everyone give me my money. Met up with dude we called Drake. Okay, looked dead like Drake. Looks dead like fucking Drake. I swear to God, if he could kill Drake, he could get away with impersonating Drake if he had any ounce of talent whatsoever. If he could sing or anything. This dude is like, it's Drake, I promise you. Everyone who's ever met him is like, holy damn. But so Drake comes up to me. That's not his actual name, by the way. So Drake comes up to me, obviously. He says, yo, I got that, what's up? I said, here, bro. I give him the $50, which was like protein shakes and some kites and shit. And he gives me the grizz, and I put it in my little compartment. So upstate, you get brown sweatpants, and you get brown sweat shorts, brown sweatpants, brown sweatshirt, white tees, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of shit you get. People that's been up there for a long ass time have Jordans still and shit. It's usually not the best idea though. You wear shit like that upstate, at least at the facilities I was in, you kind of make yourself a target. People are coming to try to get that, unless you're like really plugged in. But so he comes up, says here, gives me the grizz, walks away. I stuff it in a sock that I have sewn to my pants, or my shorts, because the shorts and pants upstate don't come with pockets. Well, the shorts don't, the pants do. And it's like dead summer, so stuff it in a sock. I go to walk out and go meet a couple of my boys at the bleachers. You know what I mean? They had a Pittsburgh versus Philly basketball game going on. And I go up to the bleachers, I'm sitting there, and my boy was like, yo, let's walk to the other side of the court and shit. Let's walk over by Pittsburgh. That's where we're predominantly from. That's where most of the people that I associated with at that point in time were from. So we were like, all right, bet. So we went over to the Pittsburgh side, and when we're walking there, a cop grabs my arm as I'm walking past him. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Get off me. He's like, you gotta come with me. I'm like, nah, I ain't gotta come with nobody. He's like, you gotta come with me. So another cop grabs my arm, and at this point, you know what I mean, it is what it is. I get taken up to the gymnasium, and they had a class going on, a P90X class going on, and they took me to the center of that shit, told everyone face the wall, stop class, dead in its tracks, and strip me. Security and a couple COs, a sergeant and 2 COs or some shit like that, but they strip me out. They don't find shit. It's right before shift change. Shift change happens, they leave. The first shift didn't want to do the paperwork on my ass. Plus, they ain't find shit anyway, so what are they really going to do? They're going to put me under investigation and take me to the hole for 15, 30 days or some shit. Which is lovely, because I'm going to be down there with Deuce, so I'm going to be trading shit, so I'll have food, I'll have smoke, it'll be cool. Don't turn out like that. They don't want to do paperwork, they're lazy, of course. They leave, they pawn it off on the next shift, which happens to be second shift. And second shift, just as so happened, I had a rookie shake me down, and he found that shit. He flipped my shorts inside out so he could see my sock right away, so he knew what was up. He grabs it, says, what the fuck's this? Tell him, eat a dick, figure it the fuck out. They say, alright, we'll send it out for testing. Bet. So I sit in the hole for 90 days. I'm not telling where I got shit from. I'm not telling what the fuck it is. I told him that shit was parsley, and I was going to put that shit in my top ramen when I got back. I swear to God. I have the paper. I'll show you my DC 151, I think. I think it's a 151. That's what the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections tickets are. So if you go to the hole, they give you a pink slip. DC 151. It tells you why you're in the hole, what they like repossessed and shit off you. But so, and it tells you what you told them. I told them that shit was parsley, and I put that shit in my top ramen. And it was kind of fairly new at the time. So they send that shit out. I sit for 90 days. That shit comes back inconclusive. They don't know what the fuck that shit is. So they end up hitting me with a ticket, but it was like disrespecting COs, vulgar language told COs and shit. I was just telling them to suck my dick. It was parsley. So that's really all they could bang me for. So they banged me for that for the 30 days, under investigation for 30 days, with a continuance of an under investigation for 30 days, pending outcome of the testing results of the parsley that they found. Shit comes back, inconclusive, don't know what the fuck it is. They let me out. Probably was parsley, I don't fucking know. Parsley with like Raid sprayed on it. So, I don't know. So, I get out, and one of the COs, that was, I mean, there's no such thing as a cool CO, right? So you have COs that don't fuck with you, which make them tolerable. So in our language, we say, yo, that CO's cool, meaning that CO ain't gonna really grit you, they're there for a paycheck. And I mean, obviously they're not cool, but they're not really gonna try to bust your dick and take you to the hole and shit too. They're not trying to do nothing extra, unless they're forced to on like shakedown days and shit. And these COs, you can really tell, are like, fuck this shit. They don't fit in with the other COs and shit. It's usually these COs that you try to target to bring shit in, and we'll do other videos on that. I gotta figure out how I can word shit and tap in with a few people on some methods that they're hip to now. So maybe I can give some insight on some shit, but I don't want to give any insight on shit that's still working or anything like that. So like I said, it was just a little tiny story. Wasn't really the best story, but it gives context into the next story. And the next story I'm gonna do, called the summer of 16. It was Walking Dead at the state correctional facility I was at. Literally, K2 was a extremely huge pandemic that smacked state correctional facilities in the fucking mouth. It got vicious. We had the whole hole filled up and 2 blocks filled up. I'll run that story. All straight K2. I was one of the ones that was getting it in. like I said, I got to tap in on some methods, and I'm pretty sure my method's outdated in how I was doing it. This was back in 2013 to 2016, and I stopped 2016 because they started charging people with the K2 shit, and we had a couple fatalities on the institution.